So, what is employee stock purchase plan? Well, an ESPP is where your employer gives you the option to make paycheck deductions for company stock at a discount. So, why should you care about it? Well, if your company gives you a discount of 15%, that's 15% automatic gain in 6 months. And that's an annual percentage yield of 32.25%. That doesn't even consider any gains that the stock might have made during that time period. So, the key thing to take away there is that's a lot higher than a savings account yield, not to mention any other guaranteed yield for that matter. The bottom line is you shouldn't worry about if your paycheck deductions necessarily take money out of your savings account, as long as you have enough savings to last that 6 months, because you'll be gaining a lot more than the money sitting in your savings account. You can typically deduct up to 15% of each paycheck towards ESPP contributions. Make sure you have a plan. You can always veer from that plan, but having a plan will help you avoid making emotional mistakes when it comes to investing. Research your company so you can help determine what kind of risk and tolerance that you want to have with holding this stock. I have three basic strategies when it comes to ESPP planning. One, sell everything. And this might be the best choice. When you sell everything, you lock in that minimum 15% gain plus any of the gains that the stock goes up during that 6 month period. And this is the most conservative plan. However, you can take that money and invest it in something else, like a different stock that you believe in more. What are the chances that the company that you work for right now is the stock that you want all your money in? Maybe there's another stock that you'd rather put your money in, or maybe there's an ETF, even better. And the other reason is if you were dipping into that savings account, you need that money back so that you can pay off bills and make sure you have enough for the next 6 months so that you can take out paycheck deductions for the next ESPP purchasing period. The second option is to sell the amount you contributed and keep the gains. This allows you to keep some stock in the company and it helps to get you invested. Sometimes you take that out, and if you're just going to put that money in a savings account, maybe it is better just to leave it in your company stock. Third option is to keep most of it. And again, you should definitely consider other options because is the company stock the stock that you've picked out of every stock? Are there better stocks? Why not invest in those instead? Also, you don't want to necessarily have all your eggs in one basket. You have your salary already coming from that company. Option one is not a bad idea, especially if you have the know-how of where you're going to put that money instead, like an ETF, or if you have a few stocks that you really love and you really trust. Be very careful with the third option. Do your diligence in researching your company to make sure you really like that stock. And one last tip, if you do happen to hold on to any of the stock for a longer period of time, make sure you hold it for at least a year. Lock in that long-term gain tax so that you get taxed at a lower level. So an example of this would be if you did option number 2 and you sold all your contributions and you kept the gains that were left over, leave that for at least 1 year, if not longer, and then sell to get the cheaper capital gains tax rate. Well, I hope that was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below about ESPP. I'd love to answer them. And remember, I'm not a professional financial advisor. This is from my own experience with employee stock purchase plans. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.